everybody. I'm Stephanie Maras from the CLB, the Pupil Guidance Center. I'm going to explain to you what it is and what we do here at school. Okay, the Pupil Guidance Center. Every school in Belgium has a Pupil Guidance Center. I will call it CLB because it's easier. Every school in Belgium has it. I work at CLB from Antwerp. Our center works with 153 schools in the city of Antwerp and its districts. That is a lot of students. It's more than 50,000 pupils. And how do we do it? We work with 170 active employees. When I say every school has a CLB, it's every school from kindergarten, the primary school, the secondary school, the normal schools, and the special schools. So every school has a pupil guidance center they work with. What do we do? It's very difficult to explain what we do, but our goal is prevention and remediation, so that there is less need for external help, external therapy. So we help the school, the students, on two domains: prevention and remediation. How do we do it? What do? We try to support the school and the teachers. We try to coach the schools and the teachers. We also do individual work, individual diagnostic work, and individual guidance. So it's not only the pupils and the students, but also the school and the working of the school that we try to support and to coach. We work on 4 domains. Our 4 domains are the school career of a child. So where does he go to school? The learning and studying, that's also a domain. If students have problem with learning, studying, motivation, attention, intelligence, that's everything like that. We also do social and emotional support and preventive health care. I will explain it a little bit more. Learning and studying. If there are pupils at school, in the kindergarten, the primary school, the secondary school, and they have difficulties with learning, then the parents can come to school, or the parents can come to the CLB and ask some help. What can we do? We can coach the teachers, we can coach the pupil, but we can also do diagnostic work. Also, when they have questions about their school career, okay, where is a school where I can go to? Parents can come to us and ask that. If here's a pupil at this school and he wants to go to another school, he can come to us and ask information about that. Then also social and emotional development. It's really wide, but we can help students when they are not feeling well. We can talk with them. If they need some extra diagnostic procedures, we can also help them. And then the preventive health care is also a big domain of the CLB, because we also do every 2 years. It starts in the kindergarten when a child is 4 years. They also come every 2 years. They come to the CLB to have a medical consult. And the doctor and the nurses, they will check the children, how they can see well, how they can hear well, how they grow. And every 2 years they do that. Also, they give vaccinations for all kinds of things that they give also. Now, how do we work? It's very difficult because it's a lot what we do. How do we work? And we come with a CLB team and we go to the school, and the school can ask us because we work on demand. It's not that we go to the school, we go in the classrooms and we go search for problems and then we solve them. No. So the school or the pupils or the parents have to ask us, can you help? Can you help? Can you give us information? We work for free because we work for the government. And we have to do some things. We say to the school and the students, you can come to us. But some things also we have to do. It's mandatory. Like for example, the medical consult, it's mandatory. And also, I was searching for the word in English, but I couldn't find it. The law of coming to school every day, the leerplicht. You have to go to school every day. It's a law from the government. So if students don't come to school, the CLB, we also have to make sure that children come to school. And we have to work together with the school to search for a solution. But all the other things, we suggest that to the pupils and to the parents, but if they don't want to work together with us, with the CLB, it isn't mandatory. We have some basic principles we have to work around. For us, it's important that for us the pupil is the most important, that the pupil is feeling good and that the pupil is helped. That's the first thing. For us, we work on demand, so they have to come to us and ask our help. And we work with subsidiarity. It's we only do what the school is the first line to help, and then the CLB is the second line, because what the school can do, the school has to do, and then comes the CLB to help. So sometimes we also going to say, okay, the pupil has a question, but if the school can help with that, then the school can do that. It's not necessary that the CLB does that. Okay. For us, it's important to work preventive, and also preventive. We work with individual pupils, but also it's a job from the CLB to help, to support and coach the school when there is a problem, how they can solve it, so the next time there comes another problem, they know how to solve it. So we coach, we give tips. We work in teams. Every school has a CLB and they have a team. It's a team of 4 persons. Like this school, the CLB team is me, I'm the psychologist. And then there also is a social worker, and a doctor and a nurse. So we also work in team. When I come to school and a student has a question for me, and it's something medical, and I don't know how to answer that, I can go to my colleague, my team, to ask, help me. And then we try to help the student. We work for free, and we have professional secrecy. When a student our parents come to us and talk with us, everything they say, we have secrecy. It's not the same like a teacher from a school. He doesn't have professional secrecy, but we do. We have. So if we want to, we cannot talk with other persons about. We cannot talk with other persons about what the student tells us. We have to ask the student, is it okay to search for a solution to do that? Yeah. And also one of our principles is that we try to work together with the network. We have a school, we have a CLB, and there's a lot of external network, external help we know about, we can contact, and we can say to the school, okay, there is that network, you can go there to help. So I already told it a little bit, for who do we work at? The first place for the pupils and the students, for the parents and for the school. But what are we trying to do? To work all together. Not me just with the parents, but all together. With our goal to make it better for the students. When the school asks our help for something, then we go to the parents and then we ask, is it okay that we help a little bit? The parents have to give their consent. When the pupil is below 12 years. When the pupils are older than 12 years, then they can decide their own, they have to give consent. Also, we want to work together with the parents, but that's a different, because here it's a secondary school, and sometimes we only work with the pupil, and but when children are in the kindergarten, the parents have to give consent, that the school talks with the CLB. That I already told, that CLB and school, we work together. Actually, we are an independent organization. CLB is an independent organization, but we work with the school. We also come to the schools. For example, we have a desk here in Antwerp where we are, but we also go to the school, and I also have a desk here, so I can work here. But how do we work together? The start of every school year, we make a contract. So the school and the CLB makes a contract where we explain what we can do and what the school wants to do, and we make agreements. We make an agreement for the whole year. So when you're working who can work at a CLB? There are different disciplines. There are psychologists who work at a CLB. There are social workers, doctors, nurses, and we also work together with intercultural mediators. Why we do that? Our CLB has chosen to work with an Arabic-speaking mediator and a Turkish-speaking mediator. Why are we doing that? Because we have a lot of schools in Antwerp with a different population, and sometimes there are a lot of problems because of the other culture, and then we can go to our colleague and ask some help, and then they come they can come with us to the school to talk with the pupil, to talk with the parents, to talk with the school, to help. There are other CLBs that choose to work with other intercultural mediators. Yeah? But at our CLB, it's Arabic and Turkish. Yeah? What's the difference between when we are at the school and there are a lot of diagnostic questions, like for example, the school or the parents ask to test a student's intelligence, or to test if he can read well or have problems with reading. Then I will do that, or the psychologist of the CLB team will do that. If the parents or the pupils have questions about the situation at home, then the social worker will help that. And then the doctor and the nurses, they do the medical examination every 2 years with the children. They give the vaccinations. But also when there are a lot of problems with students, if they are ill, then the doctor will examine that too. Now, okay, I will. Does anybody have questions about this part of my explanation? Because this was the part where I tried to explain what the CLB does. Does anybody have questions? No? Okay. Then I would like to tell you something about the M decree. The M decree is here in Belgium a new law from January 2015. The government said, okay, the M decree has to be here because there is an agreement that says that every child with a disability. No, I'm gonna say something else because I forget it. Here in Belgium, we work with, we have a lot of schools. We have normal schools and we have special schools. It's a big difference because the children with a disability, they go to special schools. We have a lot of special schools. Children with disabilities on the cognitive part, children with disability on the physical part, children with disabilities on the behavior and the emotional functioning, and also, for example, students with autism, they can all go to special schools. Because in Belgium there is a big difference between the normal schools and the special schools. The government said, actually it's not okay, because the agreement of the VN says every child with a disability has the right to inclusion. So from January 2015, the government says, okay, every pupil with a disability has the right to go to a normal school. And the government says the normal schools has to do everything that they can to help the pupil. That's the law. It was very difficult for the normal schools, the special schools, the CLB to do that, but we are trying to do our best. Because actually the agreement, the law says, it's not, the law says, okay, there can be special schools and students with a disability can go to that special school, but actually every student can go to a normal school. And then the school has to do everything they can to make adjustments to help that student. How do they do that? they have to follow a care continuum, it's called. Actually, they have to give basic care for all the pupils, with or without a disability. And then they have to also give raised care to the ones that need it, and then also extension of care to also the one that need it. So actually that's a job also from the CLB to look at schools and to give tips at the schools from, okay, you have a lot of students in a normal school and there are also coming students with a disability. How can we help them? The school has to think about it and the CLB also can help with that to look at, okay, how can we do it? What do we have to change? What do we have to do? Okay. The special education, the role of the CLB in the special education is actually when students are in a normal school and it's difficult there because of their learning problems or because of their intelligence, because of their behavior, because of their autism problem, for example, then the school has to follow the care continuum and do everything they can do for that student to help them. And if the school says it's not possible for us to help that child here, it has to go to a special education, then the CLB can examine that together with the school and then give an advice to the parents and the pupil. If the parents agree with that, we, the CLB, can make the papers, the ticket to go to that special school. That's also a role of the CLB to do that. And before there was the M decree, sometimes schools did that a lot of time. When the child has a problem, okay, you have to go to the special school. They did it, or okay, the child is from another country, he doesn't speak well Dutch, you have to go to the other school, because the other school, the special school, can help you. So the M decree says now, no, that's not true. You have to do everything you can to help that student. It's not, it doesn't matter from which language or from which country or which intelligence. You have to do everything you can to help the school. And if that doesn't work, then he can go to a special school. When the student is in a special school, before there was the M decree, the most of the students, maybe all of the students, they stayed there for a very long time. Now, the M decree says, okay, the students can go to a special school, but only for 2 years. And then after that 2 years, the school and the CLB has to examine if the student has to stay in special education or he can go back to the normal school. Because that's what we want, that's what the government wants, inclusion, that all students are in one normal school. So here at this school, for example, the students start their first year, they can stay there for 2 years, and then they can stay here for 2 years, and then we have to examine, okay, do they have to stay here longer, or can they go back to a normal school? And we, the CLB, has to help the school to evaluate that, but also help the school to do things for the students to help them. Okay. And that was my explanation.